Hey everyone, this is Stan with TopSurfer.com, and it's time for my tip of the week. So, this week's tip is don't shoot the messenger. So, basically, at Top Surfer, we deliver ads to people. And if your ad isn't getting a response, it might not be the delivery system. It could be there's so many factors in advertising, and to be honest with you, large companies like car companies and other companies that are huge like them, they will do market research. They will have panels come. They will test out their ads to see if they're hitting the right age group and type of person, and maybe they're focusing on men, maybe they're focusing on women, and they do a lot of extensive testing before they spend millions of dollars on ads. And so I'm asking you to, as you go to do your advertising, which everyone is doing here at Top Surfer, as whatever ad you're advertising you're doing, as you're doing it, give it some thought. Who is your ideal clientele, and are you targeting them perfectly? So as you write up an ad, make sure that everything is written up nice and clear. Make sure it draws their attention. It's not too wordy, but it's also not too short. You want to have things pop off the page. To be honest with you, the average ad, the average website, gets looked at for about 7 to 10 seconds. And with us, we have a 15-second timer, but still, when on average, and I'm talking worldwide, the average website gets seen for about 7 to 10 seconds. And Google knows that. Google knows that people pop off of a page. They'll search for something, they'll look at it, they'll stay on there for 7 seconds, and then they'll go back and look at another page. And so the thing is we want everything to stand out really well. You should make it nice and clear what you're selling and what the person needs to do to buy that product from you. So what we call it is a call to action, and the call to action needs to be near the top and preferably on the right side. So there's all kinds of things like that can be a factor in how well your ad is doing. There's things like what time of the year it is. If the verbiage on the advertising was proper and appealed to the person. If you're using terms that are only familiar to the industry, then the average person might not even understand what you're saying. And so you want to make sure that it's in nice, clear terms. You want to have, like I said, have things pop up that are bold or different colored things. I've also seen some A/B testing, and A/B testing is where they'll have two sites that are identical, except for they'll have subtle changes on both of them, and they'll test to see which one converts better. So when I say convert, that means that if you send visitors to one and they click on and convert to a buyer or whatever, they click on it and go to the next page, then that's a conversion. And so they'll take two sites that have subtle changes on it, and they'll see which one is converting better, and then they'll know, okay, this one converts better because the button was red instead of blue or whatever. They'll even do little things like the button will have some different text on it and things like that. So just be very careful as you plan out your advertising. Take some time and think it through. Make sure that it is very clear and understandable about what you're trying to sell. When you write something up, maybe walk away from it for a little bit and then come back and just read it with fresh eyes. Don't even think about it, just start reading it and think, does it make sense to me what I'm trying to sell here? And am I straight to the point? Sometimes we can get into so much detail that it just confuses people. Now, another big thing that you can do is, because people are only staying on the page 7 to 10 seconds, that really means that they're not dedicating a lot of time to reading paragraphs of information and clicking through and getting all the information that you have. So if your product or service requires some instruction to it, then make a video. That's a great way to tell people a lot of information. Like, for example, some people might not take the time to read an article that I've written up about the tip of the week, but you might sit down for 5 minutes and watch a video of it. So the average person, realize this, the average person, including myself, we're lazy. And if there's a video explaining all this, I would much rather watch that video than read through a bunch of text. And so if you can create a video. Now, unfortunately, some of you are advertising websites that you don't own, and so you're not able to go in and change the website. That is not that doesn't mean that you can't change it. You can't change the landing page, because you can create your own splash or landing page, and you can put a video on there. You can do all kinds of things like that. Matter of fact, you can go, if you don't like to talk on a video, go to Fiverr and pay somebody to read a script for you. For $5, $10, $20, you can have them read a few minutes of script. Then you can go and just shoot a video and play the audio in it, and there you have it. So find different ways to be creative and to appeal to the modern type of person, because we, in this day and age, we've become kind of immune to advertising. We see it all the time. We get pop-ups, we get little ads in the corner of the screen, and we hardly even notice them. Back 10, 15 years ago, if you had a banner ad on a website, you could get a lot of traffic from that little banner ad, but now it's a lot harder to do that because we're immune to it. We see it all the time that we just start to ignore it. And so you have to kind of be creative and find a good way to present your message. So if your message does not get an instant response the way you thought it should, don't assume it was the method of advertising, because all we do at Top Surfer is we deliver your ad. We don't have control over what you're selling and how you're selling it. So just want to bring that to your attention. Hey, this is a wonderful time of year. It's a great time to be with family and to be with friends. I encourage you to tell the people that are dear to you that you love them, give them a hug, and everyone be safe this time of year. If you're in some crazy areas where it's snowing and frozen roads and stuff like that, be careful as you travel. And hey, I hope everyone out there has a Merry Christmas and a happy and successful 2017. So hey, we'll see you at the top. Thanks.